channel. The other day I taught you Arthur Rimbaud's anti-war poem, Asleep in the Valley. The octave of the poem was discussed in detail for the benefit of the students. Now we'll come to the sestet, but before coming to the sestet, I'd like to make you conscious about the images or the imageries used in the poem. The imageries are not only ornamental, but they are functional, because all these imageries bring out the brutality and futility of war. Wilfred Owen has written a poem called Futility, in which he also expressed the futility of the utility of war. The other day I told you that war means total destruction, and it creates nothing but destroys everything. It brings out the superhuman inhumanities. War is actually the exhibition of superhuman inhumanities. This phrase is used by Wilfred Owen in his poem Spring Offensive. In the sestet, now we come to the sestet. See what happens. His feet among the clouds. The other day I told you about the soldier, about the blissful valley which is akin to the paradise. And then we come to the picture of a soldier lying asleep on a farm-made pillow, and the whole nature, the sun-soaked bed was there. But in the sestet, we'll give a different picture. We will get a different picture. His feet among the flowers, he sleeps. His feet among the flowers from the colorful, from different trees fell on his feet and his body. It may be called a nature's tribute to the dead soldier. Nature is, as if the nature is paying a tribute to the untimely and tragic death of the soldier in a war. His smile is like an infant's. The word infant stands for innocence. He is a young soldier, almost innocent. He did not know the horror and terror of war. He did not know. He had most probably he was enthused by the medieval perception of war, chivalry, heroism. But when he directly came into contact, he saw, or he found the brutal, the macabre aspect of war, which war actually brings about absolute destruction. So his smile is like an infant. His smile suggests that as a young soldier he was innocent of war, gentle without guile. Guileless smile again is indicative of the innocence of the soldiers. He did not know that he was going to die. He joined the war perhaps to save the country, or for the sake of patriotism, or for the leaders who are vested interests. In his poem, An Irish Airman Forces His Day, W.B.X. says, the dilemma of a soldier. That is, those that I fight I do not hate. Those that I guard I do not love. This is the dilemma. Cruel, merciless dilemma of a soldier. And in Wilfred Owen's famous poem Strange Meeting, we see there is an imaginary conversation between the two soldiers who are unknown to each other. Nature, keep him warm, he may catch cold. Even there is an attempt on the part of the poet to create an illusion that the soldier is living or soldier is alive. That's why that in nature keep him warm. He may not catch cold. So there is a binary, a contrast between warm and cold. Cold stands for death, warm stands for life. But the irony is that despite nature's attempt to keep him warm, a dead body cannot be made warm. The concluding portion, the last 3 lines of the sestet. You see, the humming insects don't disturb his rest. Again the poet visualize perhaps that the humming insects should not disturb his rest. It is also identical because it is not a rest out of tiredness, but it's an eternal rest. It is an eternal rest because the young soldier died in the battlefield. These humming insects may be symbolic of the continuity of life. And the sound imagery of the humming insect. The sound also tries to synchronize the discrepancy, the discordant note introduced or initiated by the mention of the word soldier in the valley which is akin to a paradise. The humming insects is symbolic of the continuity of life, and he sleeps in sunlight. Again there is a contrast. Sleeping in sunlight is rather uncommon. Sunlight is used. The poet seems to use the sun and its rays to unfold the life force which is miserably absent in the battlefield. One hand on his breast. This gesture again indicates the precarious condition of the young man. At peace. The word peace again is ironical because he is in eternal peace. The peace cannot be disturbed by any bullets, bombs, or guns, because the war has already done the disservice or the wrong. In his side there are 2 red holes. This last section brings out the horror and terror of war. The 2 red holes, like the 2 eyes of the devil, seem to bring out the horrible aspect of war. The poet's intention is not to romanticize the war. He wants to de-glamorize, de-romanticize the traditional concept of war. By mentioning the death of the young soldier, the untimely death of the young soldier only highlights the tragedy, the pity of war. And the pity of war, which is the distillation of Owen's poem, seems to be reflected in Arthur Rimbaud's poem Asleep in the Valley. So the entire poem brings out with ironic suggestion and functional imageries the anti-war attitude of the poet. Now, I will show you some important points. The rhyme scheme. Yesterday I told you about the rhyme scheme, and the poet himself was a soldier who served in the Dutch colonial army in 1876. All the information was given earlier, but we'll come across a few new words like infant. Infant means a baby or a child. Guile means deceit, cheating. Thakan, humming, droning, gungun song, humming insects, holes, cavities, both the two head. But before ending my speech, I would like to make you conscious about the utility of staying at home at this critical juncture when coronavirus spreads its dreadful tentacles everywhere. So please remain in the home and study at home. Don't go outside here and there or loiter here and there, or don't idle away your time. This is the time which you can make the most of it to secure good result in future. Thank you.